Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the not last part. We're almost there. Again. For the second time.
For the second time, let's not make it a third.
Now, I feel if it does mess up, I am going to draw a picture with my left hand, basically summarizing what happened, and then just throwing a bit of trash.
I guarantee the in OBS the microphone
Thingy.
monitor is moving, the desktop audio monitor is moving, and the recording clock is moving up. So that means things are working properly.
Good.
Really good.
And the nice thing is that now I actually have two monitors, so I can have the video open in full screen, and on my second monitor, I could be looking at OBS, making sure that it's working.
Nice.
Okay, that was
Very
close.
This is full of a lot of close calls, especially near the end, because near the end, I was, again, recording. Whenever it gets near midnight, everything goes to crap.
True.
Well, it's only 9:41, so it's
Well, I'm talking about when I recorded this.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. It's been a long
Now
journey.
you know how late it is when we record this shit.
It's been a long journey, boys.
And, you know...
An odyssey, if you will.
A long odyssey.
Actually, in English class, I never
Roll
read that.
credits!
I never read the Odyssey. I don't even know what it's about.
It's about a guy doing stuff.
All I know is that it has a circle associated with it, and that's it. Lauren will be...
Sadly, no catchy jazz theme, but whatever.
Whatever.
We can deal with that for one day.
But, after losing my complete train of thought, shiny object.
Shiny object you are luring this, what's it called, thing toward. You can't
Ow.
capture it, so I don't know the name.
Ow!
Nintendo, dang it. Just jump.
You got a moon.png.
The You Got a Moon Twitter
Yeah.
page is beauty.
You got a moon. That Twitter account is glorious. Follow it now.
Yes.
Don't follow my Twitter. Just
Also,
kidding.
look at that,
Also,
the next Smash Brothers character. Thanks, Andre.
I actually have not seen that video. I know it exists, but
Yeah, you know it exists because I put it in Smasher keyboards.
that, and I think I saw it on recommended or something. I don't know. YouTube is weird. The
Yeah,
algorithm is broken.
What else is new?
Nothing.
The sky is blue, Mario has a red hat, and
I thought it was green this whole time.
actually
Wait,
no, it's like white.
Hey, hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I am holding my phone. I am actually holding my phone.
Wait.
Legit, I
wait,
just
wait,
grabbed my
wait,
phone.
What? No, wait. Hey, you telling me Mario's not black?
Mario is not Mexican, I'm sorry.
Okay, I just made that bird commit suicide.
Also, by the way, I said black. How does that turn into Mexican?
Yes.
Yes.
Mario is the most non-racist racist who's ever raced.
He
So you
is
tell-
an Italian plumber from New York.
But he's not a plumber. But
Mamma
he is.
mia, pizzeria!
He is a plumber. Nintendo confirmed, yes, he's a plumber.
I thought Nintendo confirmed no.
Nintendo confirmed no, and then they changed their minds.
Especially since, you know, Odyssey instantly contradicted it with one of the outfits you're forced to wear in the final area, referencing the fact that Mario is plumber.
Mr. Plumber? Yeah.
Also, this does not get you a moon. Why are you wasting your time?
Because it gives you a sweet jingle.
It
Because
gives you
the
a
thing is that-
pride and accomplishment.
Yeah, it gives you pride and accomplishment. I don't, like, why does it make a sound, but not get you anything? Like, it was like, hey, you did something, and we're acknowledging it. Good job. Okay, I cannot get. I cannot. These suck. I hate it. I can never get
like
these.
the home screen of death.
Yes.
So did anyone see that? Anyone see that new Mercy skin?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7,
8,
8.
9,
Like, so close to it too.
Give up.
You go to the other
10,
one for
11,
the whole
12, 13,
12,
14,
13, 14.
15.
Pixel
There we go.
perfect.
16. That
You
just
got-
gives you coins.
Yeet. So the one that was covered.
17.
gives you-
There we go.
Hey.
Hey, LeMayo.
You did a thing. You got a thing.
Wait, that's its
You
nose?
did- Yes. It's its beak, which is technically its nose.
Okay. And look at that
And they're
seamless,
called
totally
Pokeos.
seamless transition into cutscene.
Yeah. Fading to black always works.
Fade to black is the most professional.
Crossfade to black.
Yes.
Wait, we haven't covered that game yet.
Wait, what game? I have the
One
entirety of it
day.
recorded. We just
And I'm
attempted to
covering
start
Octo
it,
Expansion.
and it never happened. Oh yeah, Gron is playing the
Yeah, we only
Octo
got to, like, part
expansion, if
3.
that comes out.
When that comes out.
If that
Okay.
Just kidding.
Dude, you're talking to me. I 1000%ed that game.
Yes, but that's because you don't have working internet most of the time, so you were kind of forced to do... You were kind of... Your hand was invisibly forced to, like, completely
Beast.
complete the story, the single player of a dominantly multiplayer game.
Can I just say the brush just is bullshit, especially
Yes.
on the umbrella stage. The
How are
Brella
you
stage-
supposed to? How are you supposed to beat that boss with the brush?
No, that's the sniper boss. It's possible. You just got to be really skilled. But the umbrella stage is a lot worse. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
Because at the end-
because one of the
at
things
the
you
end-
need, you need to launch the Brella.
You have to be like really damn precise with that. It
and
was
that's why I only did all the stages with the hero shot so I can get that.
because yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna have to leave the call. I gotta do my stuff. So. So there.
Seth, why don't you just leave now?
And
Let me do that for him.
and yeah. And look at that, everything devolves into shit.
Yeah, now it's just a two-player commentary.
Yeah.
Yee,
Yeah.
yee,
Yeah. This is what it's devolved into.
just yee. We have to yee for frickin' 10 more minutes.
Yeah. That's all the commentary is now. Just
All right, so
quality yeah. Okay.
now that it's me, and now it's just a casual one-on-one because people have to go to bed because it's only 9:48. You still got a good 18 minutes, but 18.
Yeah,
I
12
can
you mean?
12.
Can you has brain?
I peaked at college math, and even that class I only got a C in.
That class is stupid easy though.
Yeah, but I'm what's called lazy. And I have gotten yelled at the words, "You have so much potential."
Nice.
But so talking about Spoon actually, Octo expansion.
Yeah.
What are you expect? I mean, how many levels did they say that we're getting out of it?
80, but they seem to be a lot shorter than the main single player. They're more challenge based from what I hear.
Okay.
That and it's already been fucking leaked by hackers.
Wait, the entirety of it? Or just
Only the bits and pieces that are in the code right now, because they're apparently just gradually uploading all the stuff with minor updates.
well,
I mean, I spoiled myself with the Octoling Boy animations for the weapons, and they're amazing, by the way.
yeah, kind of expected because Nintendo.
Yeah.
They do everything great. Everything
Indeed.
except for they do everything
Except
in
for,
their
you know,
in their
keeping things
games.
safe.
Yeah, Nintendo is just kind of has this curse where if it can be hacked, it will.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, so let me get on a
Be
different.
that good or
let-
bad, I don't know.
Yeah. So let me get on a different tangent because ADHD. I think that's just kind of our excuse. We can't think in a straight line, even if we want to. But
I mean, not wrong.
yeah, when it comes to Nintendo and hacking, it has really been a game of cat and mouse between
Yeah, especially with the
Nintendo
Switch.
and the hacking scene, because it really took off when, like, there was a hacking scene on the GameCube, but it was very niche. And then the Wii came along, and it had an SD card
Then the
slot.
Wii, which was advertised as a casual console to begin with.
Yeah. Everybody and their mom had a Wii, which made it even better for people to, hack it and make homebrew with it. And then people found out how to make use of the USB ports, and now you know where that one's going.
CTGP.
Oh, CGGP, that was many hours of fun.
But I mean, it's kept the Mario Kart Wii meta alive. But even then, that's just like it's like, okay, I get hate for this on Mario Kart Amino. I call Mario Kart Wii the Melee of Mario Kart.
You're kind of true.
But it is, when you think about it. Also, Explosion. Yeah.
I mean, I will say that the best out of the group has to be 8, but mainly because I sunk. That's the one I played the most besides... Well,
the thing is, I just personally hate Wii because I tried 100%ing it, which by 100% I mean 1-star profile, all fast ghost unlock. And can I just say,
yeah, I never want to...
getting 1 star?
I
Getting 1 star at least? Especially Mirror Special?
the only times... The only reason why I ever play time trial mode is so I can get good at the track, not to race the ghosts, because I can't even get past the easy ghost, okay? I have, in terms of, like, the Mario Kart games, 8 is the one I played the most, but that's because, well, 8's the one I played second most. Wii is the one I sunk all my time into, because that was one of my first games I had for the Wii.
Same, though.
So, Wii is where a lot of my time went into. I put the game down, I hacked my Wii, played CGGPR with it, and that, I sunk way too many hours into CGGPR, like, I did
How is it a sail if it's a balloon? Okay, sorry.
Okay. It used to be a sail, now it's a balloon. But what happened with CTGPR is actually, like, for 1 week in summer, all I did was play CTGPR. And I had the amazing idea to do a Super Grand Prix of every single track in that mod. That
But
took
at
me
that
an
point,
entire
there's
week.
nowhere near as many now.
Yeah.
Also, Mario now gets a nice outfit.
Because, oh yeah. Also, this is kind of... Yeah. I probably said this earlier in, I probably said this earlier in the Let's Play, but I don't remember because that was like, how many months ago?
Months.
Yeah.
Plural.
But this is actually my second time recording this game, because the first time, the files... I don't remember. Oh yeah, the files, the AV desynced, and it got really annoying, so I had to completely re-record the...
Like the first half of the game, that's right, that's right. I think you did mention that early on.
I did mention that early on, and actually, no, I didn't just re-record, I re-recorded the entire game.
Oh.
But my first time playing, what I always did is I got enough purple coins so I could get each kingdom's one of the
Sticker?
special costumes to
Special costume.
get one of the costume moons. But
That's kind of superfluous in Cascade, Cap, and spoiler alert, Mushroom.
I think I do show off. Do I stop at the credits? No, I do show off the special 64 moon though.
Yeah.
That one is one I do take time to show off just because it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, back to talking about shacking. But so I put way too much time into CTGPR. But again, with the GameCube, it was a very niche scene, and then the Wii came along, and that has an SD card slot, and anybody with 10 minutes of their time, like, you saw me, I speedrun hack Brant's Wii in, like, 10 minutes flat. Probably not even.
Yeah, that was, like, not even, yeah.
Because that's how we played Smash 64 that day. I didn't have my Wii anymore because that unfortunately bricked. Press F to pay respects. I actually,
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
yeah,
I
ta-
100% did Mario Kart Wii. Next thing I know, like about a month later, apparently the Wii is broken or some shit.
I actually
You
taped.
don't know the salt.
Yeah. I taped the letter F to the Wii and then I put it away in storage.
Oof.
But
Also, this is a moon.
yeah, so the Wii happened, and again, anybody with like 10 minutes and an SD card now can hack a Wii, and with 20 minutes they can put like a USB loader onto it. And Nintendo and the Wii really got cracked wide open, and Nintendo really couldn't do anything about it. Like it was like Nintendo was like, well, crap.
Then again, the Wii had some problems with just updating games.
Yeah, because you
Like,
couldn't.
Skyward Sword.
Oh, yeah,
needed
'cause,
an
like,
update, and
yeah,
that
Skyward-
was convoluted apparently.
Yeah, because what happened is I think there was a problem with Skyward Sword where it was like
Yeah,
corrupting
you want
save
to know what
data.
that problem was exactly?
What was the problem?
In Skyward Sword, first big problem with the game is that you have to backtrack like 3 times.
Well, that's
no
just
joke.
that's just a part of the game.
Yeah, but if you went to the Lanayru area first in the like second big backtracking section, the game would freak out and wouldn't work properly.
Is that also the reason how/why that back when Wii homebrewing was really big? Well, actually not really big. It was really getting started, and one of the ways to cause a userland exploit was to screw up a Skyward Sword save.
And I'm assuming that's how they would have done it because all you needed was an early print of the game,
Yeah.
a 1.0 version of the game, which had that.
And yeah, the thing is that I think Skyward Sword was the only one Wii game that needed a post-release patch on the Wii.
Yeah, because of this huge issue.
And I think I remember how the patch was executed was because the Wii didn't support patches,
Yeah.
but it allowed save data modification. So what happened is that you had to literally go into the Wii Shop channel and download the patch as a channel. You launch the channel, it patches your save file, which then in turn fixes it so it doesn't freak out again, and Nintendo practically tells you, hey, don't do this again, otherwise you have to run this channel again. So instead of it actually being a patch, it was just a save data fix.
And I learned this from the Chugga Conroy playthrough. Again, another reference to Chugga Conroy in this playthrough.
The only ever time
mean-
I watched a Chugga Conroy video is when it wasn't even a Chugga Conroy video, it was when he tagged along for a Mario Galaxy for a Braid Scratch.
I haven't even watched that full thing.
Guess what? They're speaking of Brain Scratch's Mario Galaxy Let's Play, they practically faced the same problem as we did with this Let's Play. Non-existent / corrupted audio.
Oh my god. Why? This game really does force people to take a trip in Odyssey.
But
I am original.
yeah, but continuing on my tangent about Nintendo being completely hacked wide open. So
You.
well, let me just. So the Wii got hacked wide open, and that became the Yarhar Fiddle-DT Central. Because again, people could literally load Wii games through, like, just plugging in USB flash drive and having a frickin' ISO file of the game.
Yeah.
Some later Wii games did actually combat this, and the reason how was actually pretty funny and pretty simple. There were some Wii games that were like later in its cycle that had this proprietary software on it, and guess what it did to check if the game was pirated or not?
What?
If something was plugged into a USB port.
I mean, that works.
So the
It
game would
does.
refuse to boot if anything was plugged into the USB port, which again, that makes sense because USB loader. Now, if you were really hardcore, you actually could load games from an SD card, but that had ridiculously slow load times. So it wouldn't
And, you
even be
know,
worth
the
it.
limited space as is.
Yeah, because the Wii
And
does. The Wii only like.
Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Yeah. The Wii only really allowed like SD cards up to 2 gigabytes, and it like kind of like fudged support for SDX. No, it isn't even SDXC. It was SDHC, I think.
HC would have been before XC, I think.
Yeah,
It would make sense that way.
yeah, because even though
Also, that one boss from the beginning of the game, woo.
I'm also probably making something up, but there are like 3 types of SD cards, and I know that XC is the last one. I don't know what the middle one is, because there's normal SD cards.
That would be H. That'd be H.
H.
H. Potato French fries, close enough.
Okay. But, so what happened was, the Wii, when it first launched, at that time, the SD, it only supported SD cards up to 2 gigabytes. I believe Nintendo kind of, like, tried adding in support for HC cards, which those went up to, I want to say 16. And then, it's either 16 or 32. It's probably 16, or not even.
16 sounds more logical
It's
given
either
the time period.
probably 16 or 8, because I'm not sure if 16 is XC at that point. But
I personally don't know.
the thing is that the Wii supported it in the sense that if you mean what you mean by support is it allowed data to be, it allowed you to put save data on it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And maybe load a channel or 2 onto it. But the way that the Wii handled putting channels on the SD card was really kind of odd, because the channel was on the SD card, but if you wanted to play it on the Wii, it temporarily moved it to the Wii.
To the Wii, which was
defeated the
most
purpose.
and most infamous with Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Because that was one of the
Wii.
largest WiiWare games you could get, right?
No, that was the largest one. That was like borderline on the 512 meg.
And they still needed to compress the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of part 12.
And I think
But I'm just going to continue on this rant until I'm over. But
Okay.
So yeah, the Wii got hacked wide open, and then also people could even pirate WiiWare titles because you could just install .wad files, because for some reason that's the name of Wii channel files, .wad. Okay.
it's
So-
WAD, you know.
So I'm just gonna do a bit of fast forwarding here, so I don't like put over this part by like 10 minutes. So Nintendo at the end ultimately gave up about the Wii, because they were like, "All right, we're dropping support for this. We're coming out with the Wii U soon. There's nothing we can do, because at this point they're finding hardware exploits, and we really can't fix that without going to their house and taking a hammer to their Wii."
Yeah.
So next came out the Nintendo 3DS. Well, even though the Wii was still kind of a thing when the 3DS came out, but the Nintendo 3DS came out, and that was mostly secure. And
I mean, it was like well over half its life that was safe.
yes, and then people found browser exploits.
I'm saying it like it's dead right now.
The funny thing is the Nintendo 3DS didn't launch with a web browser, which even though the icon was still on the home screen, it also didn't launch with the eShop either. There was an icon there, and if you tried pressing it, it said this isn't ready yet and will be activated in a later software update. It, finally did. And the Nintendo eShop was truly Nintendo's first foray into an online shop that allowed you to buy full games, which that is extremely successful now.
Like, even though in retrospect,
Yeah.
a lot of like the really good early games would like I would love to see those on the eShop.
But they're cartridge
But
only.
yeah, and then like some I can understand being cartridge only, especially earlier ones like Kingdom Hearts Stream Drop Distance, given how big Kingdom Hearts games like to be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway, isn't the largest 3DS game cart you could get like 8? Like Smash Brothers was only like 1.1 gigabytes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
Smash
I know
Brothers
that
was 1.1 gigabytes. Animal
Like I know
Crossing.
that like I know that the biggest game on my SD card for my 3DS is Ultra Sun, Pokemon Ultra
Oh
Sun,
yeah, the
which
Pokemon
is like
games, like,
20. That's 20,000 blocks.
and actually, okay, so yeah, and I actually can pull up a blocks to size
Blocks to
calculator.
yeah. No,
Blocks
it's like
to
oh,
like,
just blocks to actual sane measurements.
yeah, because thank goodness the
Nintendo is weird.
3DS was the last system to use blocks as a type of measurement. Like, what's a block? A block.
Like I know that you can easily convert it if you know the conversion.
Which the
But
conversion rate is, I don't even know what it is, but I can
stupid.
probably pull it up.
I
But
calculated at one point, but I don't care anymore.
well, so then Nintendo actually caught up with the fact that people were using browser exploits on the 3DS. Because what happened was, after browser exploits, there was a system update that added a special flag to the web browser, and that flag practically checked if the system was 100% up to date, and if it wasn't, it would refuse to let the browser launch.
That's clever.
So that means browser hacks are practically obsolete at this point because the web browser is outdated as crap. And well, at least on the old 3DS. The new
On the
3DS
old
is
systems,
yeah,
yeah.
the new 3DS is a little bit more apt, but that's probably starting to get a
Good.
bit outdated too.
I mean, for what it is, it's good. It can actually run videos, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and you can even watch 3D videos, something that the YouTube 3DS app can't do.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the days when I had to watch videos on a 3DS. Hey, at least you got like no ads though. But
Yeah, that was the good part. But
so
the
then
rare
at-
ad was just good. Anyway, but
so then after browser hacks got sealed off by Nintendo, people the thing is that people found out that the YouTube app is literally just a web browser. So what they did
Yeah.
is that they made tube hacks by making YouTube redirect to a different web page, which was a GitHub page that launched browser hacks. But
Mm.
then Nintendo had Google seal that off. So that means no matter what, YouTube will always connect to YouTube, no matter what trickery you try to pull. So then that got sealed off. And then people started going to save data exploits. And I remember that the first save data exploit was steal hacks. And that was with that one free
That's a
Steel
name.
Diver game.
Oh, wait. That was free?
Well, there was Steel Diver, and then there was like a spin-off game that was like free to play.
Huh.
But then that got sealed off. And then I
By
entered
taking it off completely.
Yeah. And then I entered the scene when Sound Hacks came out, which was a corrupted MP3 file that you played in the sound player. Well,
People managed to hack into the 3DS with a
The sound.
corrupted note.
yeah.
That's
But
beautiful.
the funnier thing is it actually wasn't even a corrupted sound file. You could play it on a Windows PC. The thing that got the 3DS into a kernel panic, which I think that's what it's called, that allowed the hacked
to do
code
the
to
thing.
run, was actually a MD5 tag that had like a special like character in it that just caused the 3DS to freak out and then load different data.
So that is just stupid.
Because when you load up a sound file, like the 3DS knows like the title and the band and the date
Yeah.
and the date it came out. When the 3DS tried reading that, it saw something that it couldn't do, freaked out, and that allowed the code to run.
Because that makes sense.
And then Sound Hacks got sealed off about 2 months later. But then at that point, people found a vulnerability by DSiWare games. People moved DSiWare games to the SD card, edited them on a computer. No, wait. No, how DSiWare games works is that was another save injection. But what you had to do is that you had to take the DSiWare game from a hacked 3DS, put the save inject into it, go into the system transfer tool, and transfer just the DSiWare game to a different 3DS and then launch the homebrew launcher through that.
But like I can see how that would just be like a chain if you wanted it to continue as a chain. But where would that sort of chain start?
Uh,
Was it previously
by a
hacked?
very specific person, which also counted as me because I helped a few people with this. Is
Wow.
you needed a pre-hacked 3DS, which I already had, and guess
Yeah.
what DSiWare game you needed? Four Swords Anniversary Edition.
Wow. You know that one game that came out for like 1 month when the 3DS was like early in its life? Yeah, that game
Yeah,
that I really wanted.
yeah, and it's actually still on my
Fucking
3DS.
damn it, Nintendo. I
So what you
wonder
had
why
to
they
do,
took it off now.
so what you had to do is that you take that DSi game, use a homebrew tool to inject a hacked save in, and then use the 3DS transfer tool to transfer that DSiWare title with the hacked save data to a unhacked 3DS that allowed you to run. See, it's as convoluted as that.
That's convoluted, but oh my god.
All right, I have to continue this into the next part because I have to get to bed now, and I did run this part over by 10 minutes. So,
Like you didn't want to.
yeah. All right, so we'll all see you guys in the next part whenever we finally get around to recording that because tomorrow's Monday, and that means it's an actual work week, and oh
Ugh.
God, help us all. All right, see you guys later.
See ya.